We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
and I'm Jill DeWitt. This is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2218. Today, Jill and I are talking about the role of persuasion in buying and selling land. Persuasion is such a scary word.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I didn't write this title.
I didn't either. I don't persuade anybody to do anything.
Well, I think that's the show then.
Oh.
So what do you do? What are the words that you would use?
Oh. Good fit. You want to buy land? I have land to sell.
Facilitator.
Does this work for what you need? No, it's too small. Okay, get on my buyer's list. You'll know when I get one in the right size, because I'm definitely not going to go shopping for you. I've done that the wrong way.
So there is no role in persuasion.
No, I guess we're done.
I guess that's the whole show.
Okay.
Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum, take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Okay, Tara wrote, hello everyone, quick question. How long does it usually take to start getting calls from your mailers? We sent ours last week, Wednesday, and I was thinking people started receiving them Friday or Saturday. Am I right in thinking calls will begin this week? Thanks so much in advance. Okay. No. Tara, it takes a minute. You know what's interesting too? Even with the mail, even with the only mail that I know that I can somewhat rely on is if I pay for overnight delivery. But normal mail in our system, we're trying to make this, how do I say this, inexpensive and efficient.
Our question is, how long does it take?
I actually
It takes
don't
a week.
know. Well, it takes more than a week, I think, in some areas.
It takes a week to says 10 days, depending on where you're sending. Well, it's coming out. If you use offers to owners, it's coming out. Believe me, we feed. Jill and I own offers to owners.
Yes.
Our mail gets dropped off at the actual post office. It's not a substation or any of that stuff. But it's not logical. So
True.
It depends on where you're sending the letters. And the way that we do our mailers, we're not sending it to the land. We're obviously sending it to all over the country because that's where people own land in different states and different places. So the vast majority of the mail should hit between 7 and 10 days from the time that it gets approved and O2O says yes. Mm-hmm. The vast majority.
There's
always
tracking.
There's tracking.
You know what, Tara, I would say too for this, just go into O2O. There's a tracking system that you can see when it's delivered. Number one. And number two, you can put your own little letter in there.
We do
There's
that
a thought.
on every mailer.
Mm-hmm. Put one into you. Then you'll really know.
But
I will say this. The day that you think something's wrong, usually within 24 hours, it's going to hit. Because that's what happens most of the time. You're like, oh, never mind.
It's opposite in a marriage. The day that you think everything's right, something goes wrong.
It's about to. All right, today's topic, the role of persuasion in land buying and selling. So you know what? Maybe that's the whole point, is I'm not doing that. There's no persuasion. But people do that. People cold call sellers all the time. And they not only do they cold call them, they repeatedly hit them. That's a whole thing. How many times you text this person? How many times you call this person? Usually it happens in SFRs. And it's people that's just their way of doing business. And try to get over that. When do you want to sell? When are the kids going to college? I don't know. That's persuasion to me. That's really trying to talk someone to selling.
Me too.
And really kind of, almost wear them down.
Yeah.
I don't do that. And here's an example. I have been in sales pretty much my whole life. So I have before Land Academy, I have 20 to 25 years of sales experience before I got here. So now, and on all of my jobs, the customers came to me. The customers walked in the door. The customers called us, everything. I had one job. So I've had retail. I worked at an ice cream shop. I worked all kinds of different things. I worked for American Airlines and reservations. I did all of these different things. I had one job. I didn't make it 2 weeks where I had to do outbound calling, outbound to sell something. I hated it. I love being a salesperson selling, but going that direction, I couldn't do it. I didn't have the bandwidth for it. It sucked, and you have to call and get to the right person and then do this and do that and that to try to make a sale. I hated it. So, and that would be persuasion. So the whole point, you want to ask me a question?
Not yet.
Okay. The whole point I want to make today is everything that we do, I'm not talking anyone into anything, ever. They're calling me. I can either solve the problem or I can't. They're calling me to sell their property. By the way, they may really want to sell and I don't like their price. Oh, I'm saying no. They're almost trying, because when they call me back sometimes, I'm like, no, I don't want 5,000, I want 50. Their job is now to try to sell me, and they're not gonna, because I'm not gonna pay 50. And then we part ways. There's no persuasion. It's getting on the same page quickly, seeing if they have what I want, which is the right property, and they're trying to see if I'm gonna pay the price they want. It has to go both ways. And if there's not a match, it's not gonna happen.
When I designed this system of mailers in the late 90s, it was rooted in my disgust for talking to people and selling anything. So the theory was this: instead of reaching out to these people on the telephone, which is what other people were doing in a very localized area because you can only make so many calls, or knocking on doors, why not send everybody a letter? Yeah, it's expensive up front. Let's send out 10,000 letters and then let the mail do its job. So now you've got people that are calling back who are interested in getting a check from you. Now, you're not selling them something. You're interested in, if they see it this way, helping them solve the problem, getting rid of an asset that they don't have any value for any longer, if they ever did. So that should all work. You send out the mail, you do nothing, the mail comes back. There's 100 people that are interested in selling their property. It's 1% of a response. Some of those people want a different price. Some of those people want to tell you off for whatever reason, because that's just the way the world is. And some of those people really want to sell you a piece of property. You should let that work for you. There should not be any persuasion. There should be, I'm willing to pay what I sent the offers on there. And so if you're interested in that, I can come off of it a little bit. Otherwise, have a nice day. And if you end up wanting 6 months from now, really wanting to sell it, please give me a call.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's
like
all
you
this
said,
is.
You warm them up. That tells them where I'm coming from. By the time they call me, they know what I'm willing to do, and it works or it doesn't work. And most of the time, they know, they're like, can you make it this kind of thing? Because again, it's the situation. That's all we're doing. I'm not like, I'm going to end on this. I'm not talking to anybody anything. I don't persuade anybody to do anything. Now, Jack is a different story. But in my business,
there's some persuasion that goes on in our personal relationship.
And it's like, it's not holiday, and there's persuasion, and there's persuasion, and then there's, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the, like, I just put you in it, like, position. I don't know.
Several words for that.
Oh, thanks. Not coercion. I don't know. Join us next week for more interesting land-related topics.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.